Hey y'all, Happy New Year. It's my first video of the new year. I am ready for this year. I have been so ready to walk over that threshold of 2023. I have been resting pretty much since New Year's Eve. I just been taking it easy because, it just sometimes you just need your rest. Like going into this year, I know like I had a lot of goals set in place, and it's gonna keep me busy. So I needed to go into this year resting, and that's what I did. And of course, I've been reading my Bible, and and I asked God for a word for you guys. Um, and clearly, he gave it to me. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Um, Basically, like who all came out of the storm 2022, out of the storm of hell on fire for the Lord. Can I get a hand raise, a like, or something? Because, baby, who did not have anything going on in 2022? My goodness. But let me tell you, the seeds that you sowed in 2022, you will begin to reap your harvest, whether they were good or bad, in 2023. Just want to put that out there. It's already been said and done. The good old Lord, he never fails. Um, but with that being said, I know a lot of my uh storm came from came from, my situation and me. If you don't know, if you are coming over from my main channel, then you know that I'm going through a divorce. But if you're not, if you're new to this channel, welcome aboard. I am currently in the middle of a divorce, and it's been a year now. It's pretty much a year. When I realized that, it's time, like it's coming up on that year mark to stamp. It's not over yet, but prayerfully so, it will be ending soon. I just leave it all in God's hands, because after going through what I've been through throughout my marriage and throughout my life, like, about be careful what you pray for. Let me just tell you this. Be very careful what you pray for. If God did not ordain whatever it is that you want for your life, and he still blesses you with it, because he does that, I got a story for you. He still will bless you with things that you ask for, even if he did not promise it to you. If it's not in his will, he will still bless you with things. And it's pretty much a test. It's gonna be a test. And how you come out is gonna be on you. It's gonna be on you. So Zechariah chapter 13, verse 9 says, "And I will put this third into the fire and refine them as one of, and refine them as one refined silver, and test them as gold is tested. They will call upon my name, and I will answer them. I will say, they are my people, and they will say, the Lord is my God." Lord, that verse right there took me somewhere. It took me somewhere. Because let me tell y'all, okay, me and my soon-to-be ex-husband, we had been together for 5 years before we got married. And when you with somebody and you, of course, you love them, whatever, you have a child with them. But I prayed to God that we would get married. I prayed to God that we would get married. I kid you guys not. I had it written down. Let me tell you something about that manifestation. I had it written down in my Bible about marrying him. I manifested that we would have a son. I had it written down on paper as a letter to God, and I had it in my Bible. Be very careful with that. Because if God did not ordain it for you, you don't want it. Trust me, you don't want it, okay? Because this was not a God-ordained marriage. It was not a God-ordained marriage. But me not being in the Word like I should have, I grew up in the church, but I wasn't in the Word like I should have. I didn't have that relationship with God. That's why it's very important. Had I known this years ago, like maybe 16 years ago, things will be a lot different. You never know. But because I did not have that relationship with him, God still granted what I asked for in that letter to him. And I kid you not, I did not, when I filed for divorce and he was out the house or whatever, I pulled out my Bible. I have 2 Bibles. I pulled out my Bible and I went to all the letters that I had written in my Bible. Y'all, stuff was that I had written that I wanted happened. Like some of the stuff happened, some of it did not happen. But I'm telling you, God will give you things, even if it's not of him, but best believe you're going to go through the storm. You're going to go through the fire. You're going to go through the refiner fire because he wants you. He wants your soul. And if you don't have a relationship with God, trust and believe you're going to get one. You are going to get one. If you ask him for something that is not, that he did not call for it to be in your life, and he still grants it to you, best believe that you're gonna go through something. It's gonna always be something. Something is always gonna come up. And it might be good in the beginning. Don't get me wrong, because we ain't always we're not on bad terms. It might not always look like, things are bad or whatever. But when they get bad, they get bad. And let me tell you something. I am glad that I went through what I went through because it opened up my eyes to a lot. It helped change me and mold me into the woman that I'm becoming now. I went through depression. My anxiety got bad. Just financial issues after issues after issues. Like, I was too loving. I loved him more than I loved myself. And that's where this verse is coming from. Idolatry. What is it? Idolatry. Basically, you're idling someone other than God. And that's not of God. He is a jealous God. You ain't supposed to put nobody before him. And I was just so thinking that, okay, we've been together for 5 years. Like, this is just to go on ahead and get married or whatever. But it definitely didn't go the way that I was thinking. I thought that I was marrying the person God had for me. But little did I know, he was not the one for me. He was not the man for me. And it took me 15 years to figure it out. 15 years to figure it out. I have been going through so much in those years with my health, with the finances, with just loving me, my mental health, everything. I was suffering. And lo and behold, that when God put me in that refinery fire, because that's what it was. That was my refiner fire. All them years that I went through, I was in the hell that I came up out of last year. At the beginning of last year. That was my hell. That was, and I came up out of it on fire for God because I surrendered all to God. I surrendered all to God, and He changed my life. He changed my outlook on life. He changed how I view people. He changed me. And here I am being a vessel for Him. So be careful what you pray for. Now, when I pray, I don't give no names. I don't give no names because I want the man that God has for me. And so I say kingdom spouse. And unless God has revealed that person to you, don't put no name in that place of kingdom spouse. Because you want what God wants for you, not what your heart and your mind is telling you. You want God to confirm it for you before you even dwell on it. Whether or not He's confirmed it to me or not, I still say kingdom spouse, regardless. I will continue to say kingdom spouse until God has done what he said He's going to do. So I am not putting no name out there in the atmosphere in my Bible. Like, no. Because every time I pray, I'm like, Lord, it's in your will. Your will. Let your will be done. I let Him reveal to me what it is He wants me to do. I let Him order my steps. Like, I am like fully indulged in the Lord and what the Lord wants for me. And my spiritual gifts and everything is like growing. It's getting stronger, and I can hear from Him, and I can, see visions and stuff. And it's just so amazing. I don't ever want to go back to that Tiffany that I was prior to me surrendering all, because I've been baptized twice. Like, yeah, growed up in the church. Like, I mean, I know the Lord, but I didn't know the Lord. Like, I wasn't in the Bible reading, finding scriptures to go with what I'm dealing with. Like, I did not know how to use my tools, which is prayer, fasting, reading the Bible, just God in general. Use your tools, y'all. Use your tools, and do not, it's okay to manifest things, but be careful, because God will give you what you ask for. But sometimes, if it's not in His will, if it's not, like, especially when it comes to relationships, if it's not the one that He calls for you, best believe on down the line, you're going to have some problems. It's going to be some mess. You looking at somebody. I'm telling on myself. I manifested that marriage. That's why I'm like, I don't want nothing else unless it comes from God. Unless it's God telling me, hey, this is revealed. Like, if He's revealing something to me, whether it's in a dream, a vision, or whatever, if He's revealing that person to me, I'm still going to call him my kingdom spouse until it's set in stone. Because after what I've been through, I wouldn't wish none of this on nobody. Not even on my worst enemy. I would not wish this on nobody. So I say to y'all, it's okay to manifest, but ask God to let it be in His will. Only if it's in His will. Add that in there to your prayers. Only if it's in His will. Because you want the life that God wants for you. You're looking at somebody who just came out of the refiner fire. I done went through it, so I know it to be true. And I would not be saying this if it was not true. So, I have no hard feelings towards my soon-to-be ex-husband. I have no hard feelings towards him. I don't. Whether he does towards me, I can care less. Because I'm on my walk with God and I ain't got time. 2023, the word for me for 2023 is peace. If it ain't bringing me peace, I don't want nothing to do with it. I will not let anything or anyone steal my peace or my joy. So I say again, Happy New Year to y'all. Remember to ask that it be in His will, God's will, not your will. And as a matter of fact, when you pray, ask God to help you to decrease so that He can increase in your life. So you can see more of Him and not what you want to see. You want to get a clearer understanding of what God wants for your life, not what you want. So yeah, I wrote down goals for 2023, but you best believe me and the Lord gonna see eye to eye on any of it before, I put any action into it, because He goes before me. So I just leave it all up into God's hands. And I wish you all a blessed new year. This is just my first video of the year on this channel. If you're not subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel. I am slowly growing. I just started this channel a month ago. And make sure that you are subscribed to my main channel, because I'm over there a lot. So I look forward to chatting with y'all throughout this year. God bless.